Thank you for being part of this journey. Celebrating 2 decades of Pacific stories. Brought to you by the Secretariat of the Pacific Community. Aloha, Yokoi, glad you could join us for the Pacific Way. They say that having a second chance creates hunger and inspiration for even more work. This is the case for 3 friends in Suva, Fiji, who share a common interest of artistic talent and started a fashion label, Second Chance. This next film shares their stories, their challenges, and their love for fashion.
In a competitive world, everyone deserves a second chance. And fashion has done this for 3 young men in Fiji. Chone Rambune is one of 3 local designers who has made a name for himself. Together with friends Joseph Lesi and Patrick Tuivunibasa, the group put their ideas into action and started the fashion label Second Chance, with the help and encouragement of established designer Rosie Emerson Semisi. Originally from different backgrounds in Fiji, the young men share the same story of challenges in their lives, which inspired their desire for a second chance.
Kami na 2009 itu cuki
It all started in 2009 when we were first introduced to the fashion industry through our boss, Rosie. She has vast experience in this field and she strongly encouraged us to join the fashion show. That is how it all started. We had spent most of our time discussing about brand name. And that is how we've ended up with the name Second Chance, because it had sentimental value to us. And this is in fact our second chance to start a new business. We never looked back and joined the fashion industry.
The fashion label Second Chance is designed for the youth market because it appeals to the fashionable and trendy younger generation. Growing up in Suva, Rambune was always interested in aesthetics and artistic images. Now, that knack for artistry and making beautiful clothes has earned him and his friends a place at the annual Fiji Fashion Show.
We draw our designs from what is around us, like something we have experienced, human behavior and the environment. We put these ideas together and we perfect it through our own creative ideas and make it a better design. Our challenge is to keep creating uniqueness and perfecting our own designs that separate us from others. So far, we have been very successful.
Raised by his grandparents in a poor informal settlement outside Suva with minimal modern amenities and opportunities, the 30-year-old was determined to rise above poverty and its challenges by using his artistic mind. Designing was a new opportunity for him to earn an income and become independent. He told the Pacific Way he would have ended up in prison if it wasn't for this opportunity to showcase his artistic talents.
At times we earn a lot, and some days we earn less, but we are still optimistic, and we are still able to make ends meet. We learn to assist each other and continue to develop our skills.
For Joseph Lesi, creating designs was his hobby. The lad from Taveuni in the northern part of the Fiji group says that it wasn't a coincidence that he's now in the fashion industry.
For me, it all started from school, and whenever there was a free time, I would create my own designs. I was convinced that this is something I want to pursue in life.
The 27-year-old was always testing the boundaries of aesthetics. He keeps an open mind about what is out there. However, he says he loves creating Pacific designs as they are based on our cultural identity, which makes us unique.
It is something I really enjoy. It is better than doing maths, which is really difficult for me. In this profession, you can draw fast. It is God-given talent, and one day we will be answerable to it.
The youngest member, 23-year-old Patrick Tuibunibasa, was inspired by their designs and felt compelled to be a part of the group because of their talents and their abilities to transfer their designs to fabric. He's a designer at heart and developed the interest from school.
Johnny visited me at home one afternoon and invited me to assist him in completing a job. He showed me what they were doing and I was really interested. There was an opportunity created for me as they were looking to recruit another person. I was at school that time, so I decided to grab the opportunity. It was an ideal source of income for me.
For the group, none of this would have been possible without the support and inspiration of established designer Rosie Emberson Semisi, who has been their tower of strength through thick and thin.
For me personally, Rosie is my biggest inspiration because she has taught me a lot of things. Her experience has been invaluable to us. We have also introduced some of our new designs, and it has created that innovative platform where we complement her patterns and we work in unison to create some wonderful designs.
Looking back at when they first established themselves in 2009, she says that she has seen them mature from boys to men, sharing their creation and inspiration together.
A lot of their inspiration was from their personal experience, as well as motivation from reggae music. They love all the philosophy that's been, sung and I found it very interesting, so I encourage them to use that to motivate them and inspire them in their creations, and they came up with Second Chance. And a lot of their story basically is they would have been in prison. They would have been in prison if they were not doing what they're doing today. They've won Established Designers during Fiji Fashion Week in 2009. They won a trip to Australia as well. And most of their garments, I must say, their clientele has been, surprisingly, I'm very proud to say John Apted is one of the very good clients, and so are the other, well-to-do people who find the potential in them and the creativity, and they are proud to wear it.
I was impressed with how the garments look, but to tell you the truth, I was also impressed with their attempt to leave whatever they used to do behind them and find success or find a profession or find economic income from a completely new area, and an area that you would not usually associate with Fijian males in Fiji fashion. So yes, apart from the appearance of the garment or the aesthetic nature of the garments, which I liked, I also admired what they were trying to do and what people like Rosie Semisi, who was helping them was trying to do so. I also bought their stuff and wore it partly for that reason as well.
Winning the Emerging Designers Awards as well as the male category in 2009 was no mean feat for the trio. In a written response from Sydney, where she's based part of the year, Fiji Fashion Week director Alan Whippy Knight commended their hard work, sacrifice and commitment. She said, quote, "Second Chance won the Emerging Designer category with their very unique story and design concept. Their concept was based on prisoners and giving them a second chance in life. The judges were very impressed with the creativity and the thought behind this concept. It was very clear that it was also about awareness that everybody deserves a second chance." Unquote.
I think it's a very good initiative on Second Chance to be self-reliant. You know, the fact that they've gone out of their way to find a sort of a niche for themselves to design. And even though fashion in Fiji is an upcoming industry, we see that when people like the Second Chance boys, when they go out of their way to start off something like that, it gives a lot of hopes to other people. So it's not only a chance for them, but it's a chance for other people who may be in similar positions, or people who think that, you know, they have a flair for designing but think that it's not a real opportunity in Fiji. And this is where the Fashion Council of Fiji comes into play, because we're starting off this council as almost a brand new council that is looking at creating opportunities for youths, you know, even for those who are mature age, who have a talent for fashion and designing.
The Fashion Council of Fiji represents a vibrant industry and has an important role to play in developing the Fiji fashion industry. And there is certainly lots of work to do to effectively realize the value of creative assets. The young men have taken a bold step in this direction. Being a fashion designer is not an easy job. For this hard-working trio, having a second chance meant having a strong will, innovation, motivation, and optimism for the future.
Main thing challenge
The main thing is to keep working hard. In fact, that has been keeping us together and learning to share our problems. We remain focused and keep aspiring for bigger things. Most of the problems we face are usually monetary in value, but that doesn't dampen our spirits. My advice to youths out there is not to lose hope, irrespective of what difficulties you will encounter in chasing your dream. One day you will achieve it.
For Chone Rambune and his friends, Second Chance has given them the opportunity to articulate their inner feelings, creative potential, and cultural expression. It meant taking a bold step towards a challenging but hopeful future. The Second Chance label will soon be sold online on www.rosieembersonsemisi, which will feature garments currently being made. A social network Facebook account will also be opened soon, where orders can be placed with new samples online for interested customers.
Having a market and tailoring a product to suit their market is probably the successful strategy that they have employed, and it would only mean well for them in terms of a business and sort of something that is going to be more strategic for them and has returns as well.
As American fashion designer Ralph Lauren said, fashion is about something that comes from within you. The spirit of these words may have provided the inspiration for the three young men as they show the world that fashion designing a second chance is achievable.
Welcome back to the Pacific Way. This next video highlights the lessons learned in the trialing coastal protection measures in an eastern Tongatapu project. Buying time with better coastal management in Tonga is one of 9 country-specific videos in the series Climate Change Adaptation, the Pacific Way, produced by the Secretariat of the Pacific Community. Let's find out more.
In the Pacific Island Kingdom of Tonga, serious efforts are underway to lessen the impact of coastal erosion and increase community resilience to climate variability and change. One such effort is the European Union-funded Global Climate Change Alliance Pacific Small Island States GCCA PSIS project, currently being implemented by the Government of Tonga with assistance from the Secretariat of the Pacific Community, SPC. It aims to strengthen the capacity of the Ministry of Environment, Energy, Climate Change, Disaster Management, Meteorology, Information and Communication, and the Ministry of Infrastructure and Transport to design and construct effective coastal protection measures.
Future sea level rise threatens the continued viability of low-lying coastal villages in Tonga. The GCCA PSIS project is designed to buy more time for vulnerable communities by trialing different coastal protection engineering methods to ease erosion pressures and reinforce the existing shoreline. One of the major highlights of the GCCA PSIS project in Tonga is the design and the construction of the coastal protection measures. These are projected to build a resilience of 3,367 people living in 566 properties across 6 coastal villages in eastern Tongatapu. Community consultation plays a crucial role in each development phase of the project. Local residents are provided with information about each stage in the process, and their feedback and support is crucial for the success of this project. The main stages include the assessment and identification of the sites, a feasibility study, and the environmental impact assessment, determining of the project design and the proposed construction, and involving the various community groups in the monitoring of the effectiveness of the project innovations once it's implemented.
The Global Climate Change Alliance project, of course, it assists with the building of the community and also the institutional experience and knowledge in addressing the coastal management issues. This formulation of this coastal management plan will be used as a good model for development of future coastal management plan for the other islands in Tongatapu Island Group and also in the Pacific Island countries. This will be a good model. This coastal management plan will assist the government to move away from a piecemeal approach to a more coordinated and integrated approach to coastal management. But this is one of the critical aspects of this project is the engagement of the community, right from the beginning, from the planning phase, the designing phase, and even up to the actual implementation And even to the monitoring of the success of the projects, community, the engagement and the direct involvement of the community is really, really important.
Evaluations of the GCCA PSIS project interventions along with the coastal management plan will feed the Asian Development Bank strategic program for climate resilience, a new project funded through the Climate Change Investment Funds mechanism. Coordination between these projects will leverage maximum profit from the coastal protection measures trialed by Global Climate Change Alliance Pacific Small Island States project.
The GCCA PSIS project is engaging community groups, schools and tertiary institutions to raise stakeholder awareness and understanding of its coastal management interventions. This provides context so that people may understand how their communities are affected by changes in the environment, the potential for action to address these, and the involvement of development partners in this process, in this case the European Union through SPC.
Nga ko ni fa ko me fa ki la ngon ya ko tai na ko la ngai ta wa ko tai na mo no fa ye ni na ma kai tai no pe ya ko ha ko ma tang ko ne ho ko mai ko nga ko ni pa ko ngai mo fi ma ye ta ku la wa fa lo to lai ka de ma to e mau to no fo pe mau ngai api ngai ta milai ko ne hoko ko ngai matang fa natula mau hiki mau to ku ma fe tu ke mau ke no ke ai ka ti os fa ngare to ko mari e matangi ma to fo ki mai no fo mau api
ka we mo tuani e fo tua e fe tu uni o la ka ke ni ata o ono full tup pe a e manat meri ke ko hiri na amau no fo na lahi au pito ha mau matatai ka me bango ko hui ka hoko mai a feriuri wak I he whama mani lahi ki he ātakai mo li riu ki he ea pa ko albe tai mi mo no teke mai ho mau ki whanua ke mau whautua pehe ve halapure anga pa he au mai ai toko ni koe ni o koe ai mau amanaki le rei e toi lawa ke whakafoki ne au ngai kai lawa whakafoki ka kato ka lawa ke toi whakafoki ai whanua ke atu unga o whakawhia maarie pia maluangi ai hanga o e mau nofo I ki feitu oni. Whakamalo lahi au pito ki he iu e nau whapaanga o nau hanga o whatokangai nau tau whaingata a I whanua.
The trialling of coastal protection mechanisms and development of an integrated coastal management plan in Tonga Tapu are increasing the capacity of the national government to address these challenges associated with climate change. The GCCA PSIS project is making a far-reaching contribution to help the people of Tonga on their journey toward a more resilient future.
Unfortunately, we have to leave you now, but be sure to pay us a visit on Facebook and on YouTube. We'd love to know your thoughts about the show or any of our stories. Until the next time, au revoir, Formos. Thank you for being part of this journey. Celebrating 2 decades of Pacific stories. Brought to you by the Secretariat of the Pacific Community.